So here's a question for you. If two homes cost $650,000, would you assume that the cost to own them would be about the same? If you're moving from the Midwest, that would be a pretty safe assumption. In many Midwest markets, the cost of the home is a pretty good indicator what your monthly payment's gonna be. But Southeast Florida doesn't work that way. Two homes can have the exact same price, but the monthly cost of ownership can be very different, and it's not just the mortgage payment. So before you fall in love with the home based on its list price, let me show you the numbers that actually matter. And by the end of this video, you'll know how to look at homes just like an experienced Southeast Florida buyer. My name's Ryan, and I'm a realtor here in Southeast Florida. And this channel exists to help people understand the layout of the Southeast Florida metro and the cost to live here. And this is episode 1 in a series called Midwest Money, where we break down the costs of living in Southeast Florida one topic at a time. And today's topic is housing, probably the biggest expense for most people who move here. One of the biggest adjustments for buyers moving here is changing the way they shop for homes. In the Midwest, looking primarily at purchase price is a fairly reliable way to go. If you're comparing two $500,000 homes in places like Illinois, Minnesota, Missouri, Michigan, Wisconsin, chances are the monthly payments are going to be roughly the same. The tax amounts may be a little different, but the insurance rates are going to be roughly the same, and most of these homes don't stand in communities that have HOAs. So comparing homes based on purchase price is a fairly reliable method to use. Why is that? Well, because there's several other factors that are more variable down here. You can have one home with a brand new roof compared to another home at the same price that has a roof that's 17 years old. The insurance rates on those are going to be widely different. You may also have one home that requires flood insurance while the other one doesn't, and that's a major expense. One of these homes also may sit in a neighborhood that has a very low HOA, where the other one has a very high HOA of $500 to $800 a month because you get a clubhouse, luxury amenities, they may pay some of the utilities, and you get lawn care. So let's make this practical. We'll use a search that I recently did. Let's say you have $650,000. You have that in cash, just to make this very simple. And you want to see what you can get in Palm Beach County for $650,000. Well, if you're looking in Boynton Beach, that money's going to go a long ways. You may get a newer home, it may be in a gated community, and it very likely may have its own pool. Midwest buyers tend to be very pleased with what they can get for $650,000 in Boynton Beach. But if you move one city south to Delray Beach, that's a different story. Delray Beach is a popular beach town here in South Florida. It has the avenue that goes all the way out to the beach, and that lifestyle comes at a premium. Here for $650,000, you're likely going to get a smaller, older home that's probably going to be further west from downtown than what most of you imagine if you're thinking about beach town life. And if you're looking for a quieter, more suburban life, you can head up to Wellington. And here you're going to find larger houses, larger lots, and quiet neighborhoods. Now the homes may not be as new, but you're going to get more space up there for the $650,000. And most people want to look at Boca as well. It feels more exclusive, higher end. You have beautiful parks, top-rated schools, and that too comes at a premium. For $650,000, you'll probably be in a smaller, older home, or more likely, you'll end up in a condo. Location is the biggest driver in price, and in Southeast Florida, beach access and lifestyle determine those values. But what if you don't have cash and you're using a mortgage? Well, this is where things get different, and we're going to break them down into 4 categories. The first is principal and interest, and this works the same no matter where you're at in the United States. You have the principal amount and the interest rate, throw those into a mortgage calculator, you can find out what those are going to cost. The second one, though, are property taxes, and this is where things get remarkably different. When you go on Zillow, you may see a house that has a very low property tax for the price that it is, and that's probably because they've used the homestead exemption. I'll explain that in a future video. Many buyers find their tax rate doubling or tripling from what they see online. This is why it's always important to use the county tax estimator when you're looking at a home you want to purchase. The next category is insurance, and insurance rates can range widely down here based on the age of the roof, whether the home was stick built or built with cinder block, the hurricane protection it has, like impact-proof windows, and which one of the many flood zones we have down here the home actually sits in. Just a tip with this one, you always want to check with an insurance agent while you're in your inspection period once you get under contract on the house. This is a category that has a major impact on your monthly payment, and you don't want a last-minute surprise. The last category is HOA fees, and a lot of buyers enter into the market wanting the lowest HOA fee possible, and that's not always the best approach. HOA fees cover a host of things, including lawn maintenance, security, sometimes the water bill, the internet bill, building maintenance, including roof replacements. So the right question you want to be asking is, what does it actually cover? Because it might be covering things that you'd already be paying for. This is a topic that's new for many of you. In fact, most of you have either lived in or owned single-family homes your entire lives. Condos are common down here, and there are definitely some perks to living in them. If you are like me and you live a busy life and you travel a lot, the lock and leave lifestyle that a condo offers is a great solution. Condos typically take care of all your exterior maintenance and your pool maintenance, and all you need to do is come and go. And many people find themselves checking out condos because they're cheaper, like generally a lot cheaper. But before you get too excited about that, they also tend to have much higher HOA fees. That peace of mind and lifestyle, it comes at a cost. You also typically have less privacy. There's a list of rules you'll need to follow, and occasionally you'll run into a special assessment where the HOA reserves are not big enough to pay for a repair. Though single-family homes may cost more, they do give you more privacy, more flexibility, and often a yard. You will generally have more control over your property. Now, that comes with the home maintenance, taking care of the roof, taking care of the irrigation, making sure the lawn is taken care of. So the choice really comes down to your lifestyle and how much you want to be involved in the ongoing maintenance of your property. So one common question I hear is it more expensive to maintain a home in South Florida? And the answer is not necessarily, but it's very different. You're trading furnace upkeep, frozen pipes, and winter maintenance for year-round summer. So the maintenance here is going to include year-round lawn care. You're either going to be mowing your yard 12 months of the year, or you're going to be paying somebody to mow your yard for you. Our warm climate also means we have plenty of insects, so most homeowners pay for somebody to come several times a year to spray for those. At my house, that costs about $550 a year. Our warm climate also means your air conditioner will run almost year-round. Because of this heavy usage, most units last between 10 to 15 years, while in the Midwest, generally they last 15 to 20 years. And shingle roofs here are similar. Because of the intense sun, humidity, storms throughout the year, roofs on average are replaced more frequently. Coupled with that, insurance companies begin to heavily scrutinize a roof after it reaches 15 years of life. So it's not that it's automatically more expensive here, it's just different. But there is one big exception. If you buy a home on the water, whether it be the ocean, the intercoastal, or one of the canals, replacing the seawall is very expensive, and that's different than what most people run into in the Midwest. So putting it all together, the most important thing for you to walk away with is to understand that the purchase price is not necessarily the most important thing in searching for a house here. Your monthly payment will be a lot more important, especially if you're getting a mortgage. Understanding your tax amount, your insurance rate, and your HOA fees will give you a lot more confidence as you look for a home in Southeast Florida. So if you're thinking about relocating to Southeast Florida and you want help putting these numbers together, feel free to reach out to me. And if you found this video helpful, be sure to subscribe to this channel, because in the next video, we're going to be diving deep into homeowners insurance, why it's different here, what drives the cost, and how buying the right home can save you thousands of dollars. All of that will be in the next video.